Alright guys, what's going on? Today my little quick run to Kia here in Montgomery, hauling these 8 units, may have taken a little bit longer than expected, but we'll get into that in a minute. We're going to get offloaded first, and I'll see you guys in a second. Alright folks, I'm going to start this out with, this is a video that I hope I never had to make. Just went for a little bit of a ride here in my truck. Luckily we didn't damage any cars, but I'll turn it around now. Definitely damaged some of the truck. This thing has seen better days. I just blew my front tire. I guess after 13, almost 14 years of doing this, this is a first for me. I've never had this before. That was a ride. Luckily the rim's still good. Alright, sorry about that. My fleet support called me back, so had to take that phone call. But here we go. Was not expecting this today. This part right here normally hooks on up there. You can see it ripped the actual gasket, or whatever you want to call that thing, off. Dented the fuel tank. Obviously got up here. Bent the ladder a little bit. Obviously tore up the hood pretty severely. But luckily kept everything upright. Had all the loads fine. Yeah. Guess just still a little bit of an awe moment. Oh, hey, look. Took out my mirror. So, yeah. One of those things. I hope you guys never have to deal with it if you get into this. Let's see. I think these were yeah. Look at that. Seems to be the reason I don't like those tires. This is something that seems to happen quite often with if you look on Facebook and stuff like that with that brand. I don't know what it is with them. I think these tires had maybe 30,000 miles on them. 30, 40,000, something like that. I mean, they're still brand new. I walked to the other side. They changed both of them at the same time. But you can see that I'm not going to stand in traffic, but that tire is still pretty new. That's not an old tire, but oh well. We're going to see what happens today. Supposed to go camping with the family this weekend down in Sevierville, Tennessee. I guess we'll see if I make it to that. It depends on how long they're going to take for these repairs. If it's going to be a while, then I'll probably just rent a car, head home, come back down on Monday, see when see what it's going to take for them to get this fixed and get me back on the road. So I'll keep you guys informed. We'll get to normal videos here in a moment. Let's have them repair this truck first. So we're sitting here on the side of the road. Obviously, you saw what happened. Blew the steer tire in the front of my truck. Had a few minutes now to clear my thoughts. You can see the extent of the damage over there. You can see this whole side, all the rivets and everything have come off of the truck. It's supposed to look like this one on this side, but yeah, it's all just kind of dangling. So definitely did a lot of $1,000s worth of damage on this one, and yeah, had the chance now to kind of clear my head and explain to you guys kind of what happened here. I was rolling back, and I think I was only doing like 64, 65 miles an hour. Wasn't even cooking. So I don't know. I don't really know what caused it. The tires are still fairly new. think they only have like 30, maybe 40,000 miles on them. I'll have to look when I get home. I keep a little sheet of when things were done. And they still have at least 50% of their tread life left. No sign of random wear or chopping. I don't jump curbs or anything with them. So I don't know what caused it, why it would just blow out. Luckily, it did and didn't just detread, because when they detread, it's gonna pull a lot harder when you get that like 6 foot long strip of tire that's kind of flapping around. One, it'll do a lot more damage, but two, it'll pull the truck harder. Um, this did pull the truck, yanked it kind of off to the right, and I was told years and years and years ago, I've never had this happen, so this isn't something that I've had experience with. But I was told years ago, stay off the brakes. You're jumping on the brakes to slow down. It's just going to yank the truck. Truck yanked enough as it was. Took me probably 2 or 3 foot off the road, and then it just, when it blew, it just kind of yanked sideways. And by the time I got the truck kind of settled down and straightening back out, I was like a foot or two off the road. And you can see it's luckily a fairly large shoulder here. So just kept everything straight, steered back onto the road a little bit, and then I just grabbed the trolley brake and used the Jake brake and the trailer brakes to slow the truck down. Got this thing parked here on the shoulder and got stopped. And that's what I would say. If you've ever had this issue, give me your experience, how it went for you. Was it shocking? Did it yank you right off the road? Were you able to just kind of stay straight and steer? I think my tire just flat shredded. I mean, just a loud bang, felt the front end, dropped down to the ground, watched the whole entire hood just popped up. Probably, you see it in front of me, popped up about 8-9 inches off the little half hood that's on these trucks. I'll show you quick. Uh, so we have a little half hood. These hoods are cut because now this deck doesn't go up or down in the very front, as you can see. So it has a little half hood, so that way now this hood will raise whether you have a car on or not. It popped up 6-7 inches off the hood, popped both of my straps on either side, and and I just rode it out at that point. It just a loud bang, I guess. Um, so yeah, it wasn't one of those detreading and got off the side of the road, anything like that. So yeah, it just sat right down. Luckily, the rim looks like it's fine. It looks like it just rode right on the sidewalls of the tire, which is cool. They don't have to replace the rim. I mean, I do feel bad. I don't know what one of these hoods costs, but I'm sure the hood itself's 3,500, 4,500 bucks. They're not rebuilding that fender, as you can see from the photos. Um, Took the headlight out, took my mirror out. Like I said earlier, it dented the fuel tank in. It pushed it in probably a good 3-4 inches. See right where that tire kind of came off, and it smacked that fuel tank. Other than that, luckily, not really much damage at all. Really, thank God, still here, still safe. Uh, Truck didn't roll. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen that TikTok video of that truck that blew a steer tire and went all the way across the interstate and rolled it into oncoming traffic. Luckily, that didn't happen for me. The thing, when I heard the sound, yes, my first reaction, I'm not one that panics. That's not I guess me in general, I get that adrenaline dump after everything's done. So I don't get that like freak out, fear, right when things happen. So I heard the bang, more or less just grabbed the steering wheel and held on tight. And once I got stopped, that's when I was doing the whole shakes and everything else. That, I mean, it woke you up. I mean, that's some pucker power right there. And now we sit here and wait for Loves is gonna come out here. I don't want to bash the tire manufacturer on here, and this is just my opinion. If you're in a car hauler, only run Continentals on the steers. I don't know what it is about these Michelin tires. It seems like if you go on the car hauling pages on Facebook and stuff like that, all the blown steer tires. Now, I don't know about drives or anything like that, but steer tires wise, it seems like Continentals are the only ones that hold up. When I owned my own trucks, it was always Continentals. That's all I ever ran. This truck, the sad part is when we replaced these tires, I don't know, probably about five. I know it was about a year ago because the truck. So these tires probably have about 60,000 miles on them. Now that I think about it, it was about a year ago these tires got replaced. I because my truck was down for like 4 to 5 months at the beginning of the year, just chasing those sensor issues that you guys saw. So these got replaced last fall, and the thing is when when they did, I was talking to my dad because we couldn't find Continentals anywhere. I've always run Continentals, had great luck with those. When they replaced them, I said to my dad, I was like, I'm pretty sure my exact sentence was, "Let's see how long these things can hold air for." Again, I'm not trying to bash any manufacturer. This is my opinion. But I've always heard don't run them on the steers on a car hauler. They may be good on other trucks on the road. I don't know if it's just the amount of weight we put on those tires with the cars over our head racks, but I've just always heard you just don't want to run them. And you can see right here, this I'm guessing this is going to be probably a 10 to $14,000 repair by the time it's done. I know when my trucks got backed into, just backing into them, taking the fender out, those on average were about anywhere between $15,000 and $21,000 in damage. Not, and I'm not going to say just the damage itself to the truck because the actual repair will probably be less. You have to figure in the amount of downtime that this caused you. You're losing $1,500 per day that these trucks are parked. So it adds up quick. And if this truck, they can't get hoods and this thing takes months to get fixed. I mean, we you I mean you could seriously be looking at $50,000-$60,000 in lost income on one of these trucks. And that's the hard part right now after this past 2 years. You just you can't get parts for anything. There's just every part that's being made is being used in the production of these trucks and cars and everything out here in the world right now. There's not spare parts to be had. So I guess we'll get the truck back. We'll see how long it's going to take in order to get things put back together. I keep watching. I don't know if you guys can see. See if I can zoom in here. There is. Let's see. See that DOT officer right there. Um, Now I've been parked here for let's look. I've been parked here. Tire blew almost 2 hours now. Tire blew at 9:41. It is 11:35 right now. I've watched that DOT officer right there now pull 4 trucks over and DOT him right at that off ramp. So he just got done with a TMC truck. He just pulled over a bobtail just now. He leaves here. I watch him go up the road. He gets behind me. I'm guessing to the next exit, then just sits there on the exit watching for his next victim to come by. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna wait here for the guy from Love's to show up. So, catch you guys in a minute. I don't know if you guys can see, but right there's where he decided to sit this time. Sitting right there on the shoulder, looking for his next victim. Let's see how long it takes him to decide to turn around and see who he goes after. And that didn't take very long. That was all of about 40 seconds. He just decided to go after his next victim. Don't know who he's going to grab, but someone's getting DOT'd.
All right, guys, we are just hitting the road on our way down to Sevierville for the weekend. Take the kids camping one last time locally around here. Take the kids camping one last time locally around here, and then we are on our way. Our next trip will be on our way down to Florida. So, next one we will be taking, whether it's this bus or whether it's a travel trailer, we'll be taking that on our way down to Fort DeSoto. Hey, sit down back there. Yep, we're moving, so you guys have to stay seated. So, yeah, that's what we got going on. We are heading down to Sevierville for this weekend for the to go camping. Well, they have a couple things going on. They have a antique tractor show that we're going to go check out. A bluegrass festival. I'm not a giant fan of bluegrass, but my wife likes the shopping. So in the little whatever you call the all the little booths that they have in places like that. She's behind me right now in our Yukon. She's following us down so we can drive over there to that. I have a toter for behind here, but we bought it. It's one of those U-Haul car dollies. Bought it for my wife's Traverse. Got that home, and the very next weekend she decided she wanted a brand new Yukon. Likes the way those things looked, so that's where we were heading. So let's head on down the country roads where I live, and we will be getting on the interstate here in a minute. So we're going to run down, go get some fuel, and I will see you guys down there in just a minute. Just got ready. We just got done with getting my hoodie, and just getting ready to leave the truck stop, head on down to Sevierville, and go have a wonderful weekend of camping. So let's get on the road, and I will see you guys once we get down there. Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Duckies bite.
Squat bite. Some don't. What does some do? Oh, they go to cat.
Yeah.
Instead of the cat food, what they eat in the cat. They don't have a cat. A cat is like this. Doggy. Why is he showing me? Why are we falling down?
Or not.
And while we go to sleep, Daddy, all? No, that's one for us. The one for way from us. You can see them? The truck. That kind of is like that truck. There's so many ones that like trucks and they kind of use those. That's what kind of looks like Tracy's.
Alrighty. I appreciate it.
Let's go.
Hey, look, Grady, they caught up to you.
Oh, I didn't get
Hey, throw it to them.
Throw it.
Throw high, throw high.
Whose was this originally? Alright, where's Emily?
Emmy,
Where is it?
it's running.